he's just a dude. He's just a regular guy, and he's got a phone, obviously. And when they first crash and are waiting at the camp that they set up, he films everything. And they go, why are you fucking filming stuff? Like, what's the point of Instagram? And he goes, no, I'm not doing this. I'm filming it to document it. You know, planes go down and shit like this happens. And if no one sees the recording, it never happened. And they can't explain it. So I'm like documenting us and filming us and making sure that like our story gets out there, which is a fairly smart thing to do. So later in the movie, at the very end, when all the passengers are being rescued, guess who gets shot? The really nice guy. They're trying to get on the plane and they're escaping, and the really nice guy that we kind of like takes a stray bullet, and he's like bleeding out.
It doesn't matter though. He gets shot and they forget that it happens. So that's the only time you see him. He gets shot and you don't even know who gets shot because they're both bald. They're both bald and they're both like from a distance going up this goddamn fucking ladder back to the plane. Andrew has left out so many crucial details and is focusing on the worst parts because everything is so stupid. Like
wait. But Andrew, can we just briefly go back to that? Andrew, you said that like he's the only character you like.
So when you're writing for audience emotions, you need to understand how they connect to characters. The bad characters should rightfully get punished. That's a sense of satisfaction. Whereas if bad things happen to good characters, it's a sense of despair. For example, a well-written show like Breaking Bad.
That's what they want you to feel, right? That's what they're trying to make you feel.
God damn it. Andrew's giving us too much credit.
That's the triumphant moment where they're trying to escape.
Oh,
and that guy gets shot and you don't feel like, oh, fuck, that sucks. Like, he did not deserve it. And it's not a moment.
I didn't even know who it was. They're both bald, and he gets shot from a distance, and it sounds like it hits the metal next to him, but then he crumples over, and I didn't even know who the fuck it was. And they literally don't even look at him again. I didn't know it was the nice guy until Andrew said it was.
By the way, what you call
so
was this like a sad ending?
No, it was super fucking ending. Happy. God damn,
it's a super happy ending. That's why it's weird that the happy nice guy gets shot for no reason.
Oh.
That's okay.
Yeah. So what I was trying to explain is if you have bad things happen to good people in movies, it gives the audience a sense of despair. If you have a good written show like Breaking Bad, they do that to make you feel like a character's an asshole. Walter White poisons a child who is innocent, and then you go, Walter White's a bad person. He deserves bad shit to happen. But in this movie, one of the characters we're supposed to like, who's like really friendly, just gets shot, and you go, well, what the fuck? Why'd he get shot? That just sucks. That's not good. When it's during the triumphant, like, oh, they're gonna make it ending. It's so stupid.
But then the triumphant ending has consequences, right?
No, it doesn't, because they don't even show the guy who's a dick never gets shot or anything. He just walks off the plane and goes home.
And the guy who does get shot, they don't even show. The only reason that I think Andrew even recognized who it was is because there's a panning shot and you can see him going, oof. Ouch! While he's in the plane and they're taking off again.
He's like bleeding out in the plane, but he's the nice guy, and yet the guy who's a dick has nothing bad happen to him whatsoever. Also, there's a guy who gets on the plane in the very beginning, and he's like this like college frat boy, and one of the passengers goes, oh, how'd you be able to afford this flight? And he goes, oh, I got frequent flyer miles, bro. And he's like supposed to be this like, you know, carefree like dude bro, and his only thing in the movie that he does is they rescue them from a prison. And Gerard Butler puts him on a bus and he goes, can you drive this thing? And he goes, yeah, man, I can drive anything. And that's it. That's all he does in the whole movie. It means nothing.
Are the women there to be hot? Is it like a hot?
No, not even.
You don't see any of these fucking passengers, Jackson. You don't see any of them ever. It's so stupid. It's everything about that movie is actually terrible, even from an action movie perspective, because they don't show the action. So every piece of action, like you'll see the prisoner like shoot at somebody, and then they fall from a distance. You don't see anything. There's one scene of action where one of the PMC, Jesus Christ, the PMCs come to try and rescue these people, and there's 4 of them. It's like the goddamn Navy SEALs, and it's against an entire island, and yet somehow all 4 of them kill the entire island's terrorists. But regardless, one of them has a 50 cal. So he starts shooting some of the terrorists through their cars, and you see them like fly back and hit the car. That's the only time they actually show any of the action. Even the final triumphant moment where Gerard Butler's like, all right, we're getting back on the plane, and I'm flying us the fuck out of here. So as he's taking off, the main leader's name's Datu. He's got an RPG out on the back of a truck on the runway. And Gerard Butler and him are having a stare-off as he's like flying the plane towards him. And then as he's taking off, the implication is that he hits him with the plane, but they don't show you. Instead they cop out and just show you show the plane hitting a car. So it's just, they don't even bother showing the action. It's just a terrible fucking action movie too.
Now let's whip around and blame the audience, because Charlie, when we saw this movie, quite a few fun things happened. Number one, a woman in the front row was FaceTiming the first like fourth of the movie.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
With someone she was on the phone with, just literally just showing her the movie over the phone on FaceTime. I was shocked that she put it away. Number two, there was a group of I don't know, some people in like the back right corner of us towards the back, and they were just talking basically the whole movie. They were just having conversation. They didn't care. But when that 50 caliber scene, what?
I was asking, can you blame them?
Oh, no.
No.
I can't.
No.
But here's the fun thing. When the action started for that scene with the 50 cal, that was when they were shooting them through cars, and every time a guy got hit with a 50 caliber bullet, he'd go flying, you know, like, which I guess more realistic. So, you know, normal guys in the movie, if they get shot or whatever, it cuts away or it looks like shit. But the guys who got shot with a 50 cal, they'd go flying and the car would explode and it'd be kind of satisfying. Every time that happened, that group would go, oh, hey, throughout the theater. So you could tell that the people watching this movie were not here to watch a movie. They were just here to fuck around and just like waste time. And not
That's
get invested.
fair.
They just wanted to go, let's just go see a movie, haha. So I think that's why people are rating it highly. They didn't actually watch the movie. They just went with a gang of friends to fuck around.
That has to be the case, because it is fucking terrible in every possible department.
Yeah.
No, because do you really imagine that group of people went home and logged into Rotten Tomatoes with their accounts? And gave it 5 stars?
That's so true, actually. Good point.
I don't know. Oh, man.
How many
it's
people do you know
such a
who
bad
even have
movie.
a Rotten Tomatoes account? At this point, it all has to be AstroTurfed movie studio bot farms.
God, I love that
Also-
image though. Like after celebrating the 50 cal, it's like, all right, guys, now log into your Rotten Tomatoes account. Let's show good manners here and give them a high review for the entertainment we experienced.
Also, the movie at a certain point loses any and all stakes. As soon as the PMC shows up, there are no stakes for the entire rest of the movie. So
yeah,
the PMC shows up and they rescue everybody, no sweat. They don't get shot, nothing happens. They take out the pirates without even trying. And then they all run away. And then like the pirates get reinforcements. And so the PMC set up for like a defense while everyone gets on the plane to fly back home. And the guy with the 50 cal's there and he's like blasting dudes. And you think, okay, that 50 cal guy is overpowered. He is like their crux, their fucking ace in the hole. Something's got to happen. He's got to run out of ammo. He's got to get shot, something. Nothing. They just sit there and willy-nilly pick off pirates until everyone takes their sweet time and flies away. And that's the last half of the movie. Also, Gerard Butler fixes the landing gear on the plane because he's like, without landing gear, we're fucked. We can't fly home, which is funny because in the final scene of the movie, they fly home without landing gear.